Hey, what's up YouTube? Okay, so let me jump right into this. I'm going to start off by saying that I really don't know anything about anything. So take this video in particular, take everything I say, but take this video in particular with a grain of salt. I see a stock market crash, a major crash, anytime between now and the next 6 months. I see the Dow dropping to 3,000 to 4,400. And I see it going in parallel with gold. So 1 ounce of gold will be the same price, 3,000 to 4,400. I see at the same time silver being $75 to $112 an ounce. Those are my targets for the Dow and gold and silver. And again, take it for what it's worth. This prediction that I'm making is based off of historical data, inflation rates, ratios, etc., etc., etc. So in this prediction, there are two factors that I can't account for. The first one is hyperinflation. If we get tossed right into a hyperinflation scenario, everything's out the window, and I can't give you any help there. The second one is the influence of the Federal Reserve or the government in general. Basically, what they're going to do, how they're going to react to stuff. Now, obviously, this is a huge point, and let me explain a little bit of what I mean by this. I've mentioned this in a few other videos, that basically the economy is a fully rigged 100% Ponzi scheme. And the people in charge of running the game are the ones making the rules. So for everybody else, if you're not directly involved in it, you're on the sidelines, right? When we have no idea what these people are going to come up with next. They're like a completely random, force in this equation that we're trying to put together. And then here is a perfect example of this force. According to a Wall Street Journal article, and this was from way back when, I think like 2001 or 2002 or something, the Fed at this time, they were doing like brainstorming sessions, and they were trying to figure out new innovative ways that they could stimulate a faltering economy. And one of the things put on the table was that they would use the magnetic strips in the money and set it up so that once it was issued, it would start to devalue the longer it was in circulation. And then if you held on to it a week, you'd lose X amount of the value to it, or if it was a month, then X amount more, and then if it was 6 months, X amount more. Okay, so that's what I'm saying is, we don't know what new tricks these guys are going to come up with. It's not like they have a specific handbook and they have to stick to these rules, and then we could say, oh, well, obviously this is going to happen. It's happened every time in the past, and this is exactly what's going on now, so this is exactly what's going to happen. We have no idea, how they're going to manipulate things and what crazy tricks they're going to throw out there. So, again, my prediction doesn't factor in those two main points, which are obviously main points. The last thing I'll just note on here is that there's still this major deflation, inflation debate raging in all the economic sites and the channels on YouTube and everything. Personally, I'm leaning towards that we're going to see a major stint of deflation at this point, and then we're going to jump into the hyperinflation. Based on everything that I'm seeing and hearing, I mean, it unfortunately looks like that's where we're going. Again, unless that random factor comes in, or there's some, super big change to the government, or something like that. This is what I see: deflation and the hyperinflation. And unfortunately, I can't really say what kind of time frames are involved. I can't tell you how long the deflation is going to last. Obviously, the hyperinflation's probably not going to last that long, but at that point, it doesn't matter anyway. What I can say is that since hyperinflation is basically a psychological aspect, it's a loss in faith in the currency, I don't see that we're going to be in major deflationary period very long, because I think that the way things are, you know, structured, and we've been in such hard times for so long, and everybody's nervous and everybody's, you know, kind of panicky. I think if we have start to see major deflation, I think that's going to be a really short-lived thing, and then we're going to see a major panic, a major loss in the faith of the currency, and then we're going to be into the on our way to the hyperinflation pretty quick. So that's the way that I see it, folks, and I thought I would just throw this bit out there to give you all my 2 cents. Later, YouTube.
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.